Yes, during the last couple of days, I have had intensive and fruitful meetings, including Foreign Secretary John Kerry, and also a few minutes ago, United Nations Secretary General. Besides, Turkish Cypriot Foreign Minister and my negotiator as well have had high-level contacts, and I must say that I am very pleased with the outcomes of our meetings. With the Secretary General, I shared our views on the state of play, where we stand regarding the negotiations process, and we discussed our way ahead. We both agreed that during the last few months there have been significant progress on the headings of governance and power sharing, EU matters and economic matters. We have certain progresses, and now we have entered into the other area which seem to be perhaps a little bit more controversial, and that is the property issue, territorial adjustments and security guarantees. Regarding the property issue, we have agreed with my counterpart, Mr. Nikos Anastasiadis, to establish a property commission, which will be with equal numbers of Turkish Cypriot and Greek Cypriots. And the decisions of this property commission is going to be based on the criteria which will be mutually agreed upon. And now our negotiators is going to negotiate on these criteria, and I hope that they will come up with tangible results soon. As the Turkish Cypriots, we are very much keen to see that within the context of a federation, we will secure bizonality and bicommunality. Bizonality and bicommunality became a UN parameter for many, many years now, and it has been a part of the February 2014 joint declaration between the two leaders then. The property regime should not disrupt the social order. The remedies will include mainly compensation, and therefore we will need to focus on the financing of the comprehensive settlement. During my meetings here, financial assistance issue also was among the topics that we discussed, and I must tell you that I am happy to see the eagerness to assist in this respect. As Turkish Cypriot side, we remain committed to the solution of the Cyprus problem, and we believe that, likewise, Mr. Anastasiadis said, we don't need to create losers and winners, but we can create winners on both sides. And in fact, we can create such a situation where it will not only the Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots to win out of this solution, but in general, with this solution, we can create a good example which our area is badly in need of, and we can create a situation where we can add to the stability of our area. We decided that the negotiations from November on will be intensified. As leaders, we will come together more often. Likewise, our negotiators will be working tirelessly, and we hope very much that although we don't speak about time frames, we will be in a position to achieve a solution fairly soon. I would like to take this opportunity to thank to the Secretary General and his special advisor and his special representative on the island and their teams for their hard work in order to assist to the solution of the Cyprus problem. Thank you.
Mr. President, when you are saying that the solution is can be reached soon, I know that people don't like to talk about calendars in UN, but when you are saying that a solution can be found within reach, I mean it's possible. Do you foresee that a solution can be found before the elections in Greece? And is Secretary General thinking about coming together with you and Mr. Anastasiades soon in a special meeting or any kind of format? Thank you.
We didn't discuss a meeting together with Mr. Anastasiades and Mr. Secretary General as three-party meeting. We didn't talk about that. If necessary and when necessary, of course, that can also be done. But this was not a subject of today's meeting. Regarding the solution, I am on record saying that if we continue with the same determination and with the same political will, and with the same pace that we have come through for the last few months, I am convinced that what is needed is months rather than years. This is what I said. I think you have referred to the elections in the south, not in Greece, because that's already done. The Greek Cypriot elections is parliamentarian elections due to take place in May. Of course, that is a subject, a domestic issue of the Greek Cypriots that will go on anyhow, that we cannot interfere. But my view is that we can solve the Cyprus problem until then. If we work hard during November and December and then January, I believe we can achieve this goal. The critical issue here is the criteria on property. That will be a test case for everybody. What do I mean by that? I simply mean the following. We are talking about bizonal, bicommunal federation. Bizonality means for the Turkish Cypriots to be in clear majority in their own area, and the Greek Cypriots to be the same in their own area. This has been a UN parameter since 1992. It was envisaged in the Security Council Resolution 750. Therefore, I believe that we can find ways and means to secure this, and this is not against any democratic principle. It is a UN parameter, and we can deal with this. And we need to create the criteria in such a way so that we can achieve a bi-zonal, bi-communal federation. And for that, of course, we need to work hard in order to put together the necessary criteria.
Yes, sorry, over here.
Please.
Has there been any progress or movement on the hydrocarbons or energy issues since last you were here? And also, I know that you met with the foreign ministers of Sweden, New Zealand, EU. Are these meetings helpful? What do you think these meetings accomplish for helping to resolve this problem?
Hydrocarbon issue is an important issue, and I believe that if properly used, can be a catalyst. I want to say that it can be a catalyst, and it should be a catalyst, because after the European Union membership issue as a outside dynamic many years ago, now it is the hydrocarbon issue which is creating the dynamic for the solution of the Cyprus problem. My vision is the following regarding the hydrocarbon issue. I think that we should solve the Cyprus problem so that Cypriot gas, no matter how minimum it is at the moment, I believe and I wish that the amount can grow in the near future, combined with this Israeli gas via Cyprus, could be channeled to Turkey and from there on to the European Union countries. This way is the most logical and less expensive way, and this is not only my view. It is the view of too many experts on this field. On the other hand, by the end of this month, we will be receiving 75 million cubic meters of potable water coming from Turkey under the sea via pipes. And this is a very important and a new technology that, if proves to be successful and sustainable, it will open too many other areas for cooperation. Firstly, we will be in a position to share this water with our neighbors, Greek Cypriots, and perhaps it will go beyond, due to the fact that this technology will open many other opportunities. Therefore, I regard this hydrocarbon issue, if properly utilized, could serve as a catalyst to create the conditions of win-win situation. And can you imagine, we are talking about a new set of relationships, and not only among the communities of Cyprus. We are talking about a new kind of a relationship between Turkey and Greece, Turkey-EU, Turkey-Israel, and Turkey, the future Federal Republic of Cyprus. Therefore, this is how I see it, and I think that we can work on this, and this can be helpful for all the interested parties.
Mr. President, I've covered your country at NBC. I did the first broadcast with James Ash and Glapkos Claridis. I believe you're going to be a big hero. Could you please explain where you see, after all those years, you were able to make a breakthrough, the main negotiating points?
Where we are going to make the breakthrough?
Yes. What made the breakthrough?
What makes the breakthrough? The willingness, the determination will make the breakthrough. The understanding that the status quo cannot survive forever. The understanding that we need to change. We cannot stay like we are for all the years to come. The understanding that our generations, we have suffered a lot be it Turkish Cypriots or Greek Cypriots. In certain period of times, we, the Turkish Cypriots, were the main victim, but at certain periods, also the Greek Cypriots suffered. Therefore, the breakthrough comes with the understanding of each other's grievances, with the empathy to understand each other's difficulty. The breakthrough will come not to see in the other side your enemy, but to see your partner, to see your future partner. The breakthrough will come with the change of mentalities, the breakdown of not the physical walls only, but the walls in your mind. So I believe that now is the time for that, and the breakthrough will come with this new philosophy, new paradigms. And this is how I feel, this is how I understand the situation, and this is how I see it. And in one sentence, let me tell you this. We have shared the bloodshed, we have shared the grievances. We don't have the right to make the future generations to share all these grievances once again. We want to give them a new future, a future that they will share the prosperity, they will share better days, a better future. This is what is going to make a breakthrough.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You are welcome.
Did you make any special request to Mr. Secretary General in today's meeting? And how did you find Mr. Anastasiadis' speech to the UN General Assembly?
With the Secretary General, we have discussed the way ahead, as I said. There are certain things that we are expecting from this organization. They have their links with the international organization, with the EU, with other important countries. So what we want from everybody, including the Secretary General, is to help, assist, in order to achieve bizonal, bicommunal federation as soon as possible. So we don't have any specific request, but the request is in general to work together in order to bring about a solution as soon as possible. And Mr. Anastasiadis, of course, shared his own vision during his speech. There are certain aspects in his speech that overlaps with our vision. There are certain things that it goes outside that, but it is, after all, his speech. And he has every right to express his own ideas, as I have my turn now to express my feelings. The only big difference is that, unfortunately, due to the political situation in Cyprus, for many, many years now, one side is regarded the only legitimate government of Cyprus. Therefore, one side, the leader of the other side, has every right to make use of the platforms, not only in the UN, but in elsewhere also, whereas the Turkish Cypriots do not have this opportunity. But I hope very much that the day will come that the Turkish Cypriots also will have their rightful place in the international arena, because, you know, I have to tell you this, perhaps we are the only community on earth that we said yes to an agreement, to a solution. We said yes to the membership of the European Union, but with the no vote of the other community, we were left out. This is an abnormal situation. We need to create a normal situation where the Turkish Cypriots also will have their just and rightful places, and we are working hard for that day to come. Thank you.
I'd like to relate today's morning meeting with Secretary Kerry.
With the Secretary of State John Kerry, we have had a very fruitful discussion. He listened very carefully our points. He shared also our vision. He is also committed to work for a solution to the Cyprus problem. We expressed and conveyed our sensitivities, the sensitivities of the Turkish Cypriot community to him. And we received understanding. He made it very clear to us that he was in agreement with what we shared with him. And also, he informed us his willingness to visit Cyprus hopefully in November, and we will very much welcome that visit. Thank you.